Good morning. We will pay attention to partnerships today and the notes that must be completed for a partnership that will accompany the financial statements at the end of the year. There are two notes that must be completed. The first note will be for capital and the second note for the current account. Now, if we look at the capital is given at the end of the year. One of the partners increased his capital on 1 April 2015 with 20,000 Rand. So our day's capital balance at the end of the year is 100,000 after the increase of 20,000. Therefore, his opening balance must be 80,000. He did not increase his capital, so the opening balance and the closing balance will be 200,000. So in the note for capital, we will show that the opening balance was 200,000 for hay and 80,000 for day. Then the capital contribution that day made during the year was 20,000. So the capital opening total balance was 280, increase of 20,000. So the balances at the end of the year is 200,000, 100,000, and the total capital at the end of the year is 300,000 Rand. In the note for the current accounts, we must distribute the profit between the two partners. So first of all, we will show what is the interest on capital and what is the interest that will go to the account of A Hay and the account of R Day. Then we will show that both of them are entitled to a salary of 48,000 and that Day is also entitled to a bonus of 16,000. I add up the figures to see what is the primary distribution. So the 12 plus the 48 will give me 60,000. The 5,100 plus 48,000 plus 16,000 will give me 69,100. So it means that all the money that they have to receive according to the partnership agreement is interest, salaries, and bonus. And that will be my primary distribution. So even if there's no profit in the business for a specific year, they are still entitled to the conditions of the partnership agreement and they have to get the interest, salaries, and bonus. Then we will look at the final distribution. So the one will get 2/3 and the other one will get 1/3. So that gives us a total final distribution of 30,900. If I add the 60 plus the 69,100, I get 129,100, and that adds up these two together to the total of 60,000. I will take the 69,100 plus the 10,300 and show that out of the total profit of 160, Day will receive 79,400. And 60,000 plus 20,800, Hay will receive from the total profit 80,600. Then we will deduct the drawings during the year, so the 44,000, 43,200, and show that the total drawings 44 plus 43,200 is 87,200. The retained income for the year is the difference between the amount that they're entitled to and the amount that they've actually taken. So according to A Hay's balance, he's entitled to 86,600. His drawings for the year was 44,000. So if I subtract it, it means that he didn't take all the money he's entitled to. He left 36,600 in the business. The same with Hay. He's entitled to 79,400. He's taken 43,200. So if I subtract it, it means that he didn't take 36,200 that he's entitled to. Then I add the 36,600 to the 36,200, and it means the money that was left in the business was 72,800. The retained income at the beginning of the year is the opening balance in your current account. So I will show the opening balances. Now, if you look at Hay, he had a credit balance at the beginning of the year. That's why it's a positive figure. Our Day had a negative balance at the beginning of the year because his balance was on the debit side. So remember that equity increases on the credit side. So any entries that you record on the credit side of the current account will be positive figures. Any figures that you take from the debit side of your current account will be in brackets because that's negative figures. So I take the 16,900 minus the 14,050, and it means the retained income at the beginning of the year was 2,850. The retained income at the end of the year, we will add the retained income for the year to the retained income at the beginning of the year, and that will give me my closing balances. What did we learn? The notes are a summary of what happened in your capital account and in the current account during the year. Equity increases on the credit side. So any amounts on the credit side of your capital account or current account will show as positive figures in the notes to increase equity. Equity decreases on the debit side. Therefore, any amounts on the debit side of the capital account and the current account will show as negative figures in the note because the equity decreases when amounts appear on the debit side.